One of the questions that we get a lot is about how to get the right measurements for your car decals. We recently uploaded a video where we show you how we did it for this project in particular, and also how to use Google to get the measurements for other vehicles if you do not have them at your disposal. So make sure that you go check out our channel and watch that video. But let's start with this project. This is a very important step. Make sure that you do align your vinyl. And it's usually easier when you have a huge roll. When you have a 50-yard roll, it's a lot easier to align it. Each vinyl cutter has the alignments, and you can just use those as a reference. And I think we're good right there. And then we're gonna send it to the back and see how much our vinyl moves. And I think it looks great right there. All right, we're starting with the first section. In the meantime, let's go over the equipment and materials that you will need if you are thinking of starting this business. For the vinyl cutter, we have the Graphic CE 6060. The vinyl we'll be using today is the Oracle 651, and this is the permanent vinyl. Depending on which color you get, but it can last up to 5 to 6 years. And for the transfer, we're gonna use our favorite one, and it is the Art Tape Clear Choice AT75.1. We're gonna do a dry installation. Right now the temperature is a little bit low. It's in the 40s. I don't really recommend that you guys work in the cold weather, but we're not gonna use any rapid tag. We're just gonna make sure that we do dry installation, and it's all gonna be one color. If you guys can afford getting different sizes for your vinyls, we got smaller rolls. We're gonna use these. We have smaller decals because that way you don't waste much material. And we have different sizes for the transfer. We also have like, this one is a 12 or 13 inches. So it's the measurement of the other rolls, the smaller ones. If you do not have extra help, you can always find ways of making it easier. Add those within boxes. It usually makes it easier. Right now, it'll be just two of us working on this project, medium-sized project. And I think the vinyl cutter is ready. All right, I'm gonna cut it from here. Now we're sending our second or the last vinyl that we have to cut. While we wait for this, let me show you something. We want to talk about transfers. What would they be called? Screen printed transfers. We have two different kinds of transfers. These are screen printed transfers, and this is a sample. We've already watched it like 5 times. So far, we haven't seen no cracking or anything. And remember to check out the video on how I order my free samples if you want to try their transfers. They offer you free samples, and this is the one color value transfer, which is a screen printing transfer. Make sure you guys give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Thank you. We appreciate all the support. So Luis is gonna start weeding out. He's getting rid of the big wet box around our design. I know we could have saved those small pieces, but we got plenty.
Yeah, if you're one of those peeps that like to save every scrap, you may want to close your eyes right now. And it all depends on what kind of numbers you use, but for this occasion, it's best to start from left to right. And the letters usually from right to left is the best way to weed out.
And before you say anything, he's talking about the person that's weeding out, not the person that's watching the video, because...
Oh yeah, because it's mirror, I forgot.
Yeah.
But if you're weeding out, yeah, you'll get it. Eventually, once you get into the business, you'll see what I'm talking about.
And if you notice, he did this section first, the numbers, and then the letters, because we added those weeding boxes. It usually makes it easier when you do it like that. Usually the vinyl acts a little differently. It had been sitting in the garage for quite some time, and we've had really, really bad temperatures, really cold. Like the temperature went below 0 a couple times. I guess that affects the adhesive a little bit. All right, so we got done with weeding out this section, the black color, and the B that we got here means is a big decal or a bigger one for the other side, the driver's side, and now we're ready to apply our transfer. I also want to talk about a tape application rollers. As you can see here in the video, it makes it easier to apply your transfer on medium to large size vinyl decals. We strongly recommend this if you don't have extra hands, and you can also use this amazing tool with your Cameo cutter. Remember that the links will be in the description of the video, or you can also go to www.rdidecals.com. This is the band that we're gonna be working with. We already taken the measurements, the back side and the other side here, the driver's side. And we're gonna add something here. This is gonna be a very easy installation, all one color. All right guys, before we do the installation, I want to show you some tools. If this is the first time you guys are watching our videos, you should really consider getting these. We have the cutting knife, and the purpose of the cutting knife is instead of using scissors, if you guys want to avoid any paper residue getting under your vinyl, you should consider getting this. We're also going to use the mounting magnets. It makes it a lot easier instead of using tape every time you are measuring. If you have to reposition the decal, it makes it a lot easier. That's why you should consider getting these and all the other tools that we use throughout the video.
If you are a RDI Gold member or Silver member, remember that you can also use your the calculators from now on. Starting on February 1st, the older link that we used to promote is no longer going to be available, so remember to log in our official website. It's rdidecals.com.
So I want to show you the cutting knife in action. The angle is going to be a little awkward probably because we got to record the process and sometimes it makes it a little uncomfortable. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to go about half. And see, if you use the cutting knife, you don't get any paper residue like that. Then I'm going to go like that. I'm going to send all the tension to the sides. And this is how you avoid getting bubbles. Don't go too slow when you are applying pressure on the squeegee, side to side like that. And then we can do the top section, and it's gonna be a lot easier now. I'm gonna move all the magnets to the side, and Luis is gonna help me with the top section.
Because Saul is a shorty.
I'm a little short, yeah. Right now our transfer is acting up a little bit. Sometimes that's an indication that the blade is cutting too deep, but this time is because of the transfer usually does this. When it gets cold, you can see that we are wearing jackets, light jackets.
It's like 40 something, but with the windshield it's probably like 30.
Yeah.
Almost freezing temperature, but
again, this is how you avoid getting bubbles. Going a little faster. I was gonna get rid of this dot here, but the original design had it there, so I didn't want to change it. So now Luis is gonna start removing the transfer. He's a little bit taller. He can reach a lot better than I can.
I think those are excuses. So
My hands,
only films and I do the work.
my hands were getting really cold. He's gonna do remove the transfer carefully. He's doing it slowly. You might want to consider using the low tag when you are working on window, especially when it's cold like today. Also, the reason you might want to use it is when the paint is damaged. Sometimes it can be a challenge when you're using this type of transfer.
And the reason why Saul is explaining this, because we recently got a question why we use different transfers. Well, that's the reason. It all depends on where we're going to apply the sticker.
Another reason why sometimes we use a different transfer or we mix transfers. This one measured, the decal measured about, I think it was 17
18, yeah.
18 tall, and we decided to use because we had that available in a smaller size. That's one of the reasons why we also use this. We also get that question, which transfer is best, but there's no such thing as the best transfer. It depends on the type of surface that you're going to be working on, as we said it.
Well, if you mean by brand and quality, then yes, there's qualities. The only challenge we got right now is the weather.
Yep. And Nacho just got here, so I wish he could have helped us to get this in the camera, get the best angle, but we did the best we could. Now it's time to remove this transfer, and it's a little easier. Oops.
Spoke too soon.
Yeah.
We always do.
As I said, the weather plays a big role right now. It's getting colder and colder, and that's why we're trying to get going with this project. Oops.
So if you see Saul shaking, it's not because he's anxious to dance or something, but he's cold.
Or maybe I had too much coffee. All right, guys, we finally got done. My hands are frozen. No, I'm just kidding. I'm being too dramatic. But yeah, let's go around and show you guys the end result. Remember, guys, if you want to get any equipment or materials that we have shown in our videos, we have our website ready now. All you have to do is just go to www.rdidecals.com. As always, we appreciate your support. Make sure that you guys give us a like, subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Also, turn on your notifications. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you guys until the next one.